The Spectre 9951 air intake system is designed to add horsepower and torque on the 2004 to 2014 Nissan Titan, 2005 to 2014 Armada, and 2005 to 2010 Infiniti QX56 with the 5.6-liter engine. It features a high-quality polished aluminum intake tube and a black powder-coated heat shield designed to help isolate the intake air from engine heat. It also comes with a Spectre reusable performance air filter available in red, black, blue, or white. Visit SpectrePerformance.com for a complete list of models this air intake fits. This Spectre air intake system adds great looks, sound, and performance to your car. This intake comes with all components needed for an easy installation, along with detailed installation instructions. The tools needed are shown. Start by turning off the ignition and disconnecting the negative battery cable. Remove the 2 screws on the front of the engine cover and remove the engine cover. Disconnect the crankcase vent hose from the stock intake. Loosen the hose clamp at the throttle body. Disconnect the mass air sensor connector and unclip the mass air sensor wire from the factory airbox lid. On vehicles equipped with 4-wheel drive, disconnect the differential vent hose from the airbox lid. Unclip the airbox lid and remove the air cleaner and factory intake tube assembly. Remove the 2 bolts that secure the factory airbox and remove the airbox. Remove the crankcase breather hoses from the driver and passenger sides. Remove the factory screw from below the washer reservoir. Place the velocity stack adapter in the heat shield and install the supplied flex boot, making sure the coupler is pushed completely against the heat shield. Once the adapter and the coupler are tight against the heat shield, tighten the clamp. Make sure that the clamp for the intake tube is installed but left loose at this time. Dress the heat shield with rubber seal. Install the heat shield using the supplied hardware in all 3 locations and fasten securely. For vehicles with 4-wheel drive, secure the differential vent hose to the heat shield using the supplied zip tie. Install the coupler over the throttle body and secure it with a supplied 3-inch clamp. Install a second clamp, but do not tighten at this time. Install the short intake tube into the flex boot and install the second coupler completely over the end of the tube, but do not tighten the clamp at this time. Unscrew and remove the mass air sensor from the stock air intake box. Install the factory mass air sensor on the long intake tube using the factory screws and the mass air sensor sleeve. Install the long intake tube into the throttle body coupler and then slide the 3.5-inch coupler back over from the short tube. Once the tubes and couplers are in position, securely fasten all the clamps. Connect the mass air sensor. Install the short breather hose onto the driver's side valve cover where the factory hose was removed previously and connect it to the intake tube. Install the short breather hose onto the passenger side valve cover where the factory hose was removed previously and connect it to the intake tube. Reinstall the engine cover and reinstall the 2 factory screws on the front of the engine cover. Install the Spectre air filter and fasten securely with the supplied hose clamp. Lastly, reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle, and check periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the installation instructions or proper maintenance may void your warranty. Since 1983, Spectre Performance has been designing and manufacturing unique and innovative parts and components to fuel your obsession with your car or truck. Visit SpectrePerformance.com to learn more or to search for products by vehicle, dimension, cross-reference, or even vehicle identification number.